Welcome back to Fit for Life. I'm glad you decided to do a little exercise today because you know it's very important, and I hope you enjoy it. The name of it today is R.O.M, which means what? You knew it, range of motion. If you've had any orthopedic therapy, you know what R.O.M means, right? The definition is how far you can move or stretch a joint or muscle. So that's kind of a short explanation. As we age, what happens? We become stiff, we become sore, we become arthritic, and that's why it's so important to move those joints and keep moving them. Always check with your doctor first. If I do some kind of an exercise, or if there's a title to a show that you don't understand, or you don't know if you can do something, always check. I mean, we do go to a lot of doctors, don't we? Sometimes twice a week. So let's be thankful we have them, and always check when there's something new. Tight muscles affect balance and the way you walk, which can lead to what? Falls. If those muscles are tight, you're not going to be moving through that full range of motion, and you're not going to be moving in your old way. Let's put it that way. So it does affect your posture, and posture affects your range of motion. It works both ways. So we're going to start today by standing up and just getting those joints moving. And the first thing we're going to do is, yes, we have to do this. Let's cross the arms today and stand up. Yeah. And then we're going to sit back down. Let's do 4 today. Up again without holding on. Very important to strengthen. So this isn't range of motion, but it is a strengthener. And I like to take advantage of doing it when I have to get up. You can put your arms out if you want. Good. Or up a little higher. Good. So if you can do that without holding on. If you can do it, but it's really, really difficult, that means you need more strength training. So start practicing those. Start with 1 or 2, work up to 4, try to get up to 8 if you can. Try to remember to get up that way when you're at home by yourself. Sometimes it looks a little awkward, but try to get up without holding on. Just make sure there's something to grab, unless you don't make it. We're going to start moving and loosening up the muscles and the joints just by marching in place. I mean, what could be easier than that? And you can do that almost anywhere, just marching. You're also strengthening a little bit, strengthening those quads. Good. All right. And now we're going to get that heart rate up a little bit to loosen up the joints by just jogging in place. I think the easiest way to do this is to put some music on and dance to the music, to the beat of the music, because it can get really boring. So running in place is just this. We're loosening up now a little bit, loosening those knees and the ankles. Good. You can do something with your arms if you want to. I don't think you'd want to just leave them hanging down, and watch your posture a little bit, even when we're practicing and just warming up. Good. Jogging in place. You can time yourself. Start with 15 seconds, then go to 30, and then see if you can do a minute. And you'll notice if it's too much. But you will also notice if you keep doing it that you'll be able to go longer, move longer. It's called endurance. So that is aerobic exercise also. It's not just loosening up, all right? Now the next thing we're going to do is just lifting the knees up like we do sitting down. We can do that standing up. Again, slightly aerobic, but we're loosening up those joints a little bit, warming them up. It's just the joy of movement, which I love to say, because it is a joy, especially when some people can't do things like this. So take advantage of being able to move and do something good for yourself. I'm going to move back because I just naturally move forward, don't I? Now you're going to kick out 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good, just keep going. You don't have to count. Again, put the music on. It makes you feel like moving, and it actually gives you energy when you're moving in exercise. Good. Kicking out. Good. All right. Now, we're going to do some twisting. Very gently. Make sure you're not hitting anything. And do a nice little back and forth. And it's going to feel so good in your waist and in your midriff and in your mid-back. You do not have to turn your head if you don't want to, because sometimes that makes some of us dizzy. You can just look straight ahead. So we are warming the body up. And then I'm going to give you one of my favorite warm-ups for the morning. And I can't do everything every morning, so sometimes I don't do this. But if you don't do the bed exercises, at least do some of the things we just did, or try this one, because it's great for the whole torso, as I said. Up, now bend those knees, lift those arms to the back. You can do this faster if you want, or nice and slow. Try to do at least 10 if you can. This is 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. It's not difficult. Not technically, is it? How do you feel? Let's do some circles. Good. I think I want to add something. I'm going to have you step out as much as you can. Make sure there's, it's a wide posture, and you're going to do the yoga triangle by just twisting a little bit, touching your knee. This is a good one. I like this one. So today we're doing stretching, warming up the whole body. We're going to work on the whole body today, and over and over. Good. So we're doing all of this standing, but we're also going to do some seated stretching today. Feet flat, and just bend your knees, and then stay there. And you watch, the longer you stay, the farther down you'll be able to go. Those knees will bend for you. Great. I love that. Okay, let's have a seat. So as I said, we're going to do some seated stretching. Might be a good idea now to grab some water. I have my trusty water bottle, and I've been drinking it, so I'm not sure how much is left. As I've mentioned before, I add lemon water sometimes too, and it makes it more palatable. Water isn't all that exciting, is it? And lemon is good for most of us. Some people can have too much acid in the juices, but do what you can. Plain old water is still one of the best things you can do. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start reaching across, but now really extended. Good. Way up this time. And hold that for a few seconds. Stretching the upper body all the way down your side, reaching across. Reach, reach, reach. Hold that. Great. Wonderful. Now come forward in your chair just a little bit. Again, you're going to reach all the way up like we did when we were standing. Open those feet. Come forward, and if you can, grab your ankles and try to flatten your back out. You don't have to drop your head down like this. Keep it up if you want to. It just feels better. Great. It's a good stretch. All right. Then we'll bring those arms up and very gently push back. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7. And let's do just 8 today. Bring those arms down. Drop your chin down just to relax for a few seconds. Oh, that feels good. Oh yeah. We need that one, definitely. And let's turn the head to one side. You can put your hands right here on your knees. Turning the head from side to side. Don't hold your breath. Normal breathing. If you want to do some yoga breathing now and then, that's okay too. So that would be breathing up through the nose first and exhaling second through the mouth. So as you come back, breathing up through the nose and exhaling when you turn to the side. So that's not too difficult, is it? And then we'll come back. Good. And let's do the ear drop. Just dropping the ear right to the side. Good. And then to the other side. And then down and over to one side. Great. And down again and to the other side. So we're doing our head and neck stretches today, aren't we? Try this with me. Push one shoulder forward and bring it back. The other shoulder forward and bring it back. How does that feel? Probably not used to doing that kind of a movement, right? And 4, and 5, and 6. Oh, I like this one. This is good. And 7. But what I'd like to try after this one, and I'd like you to bring the hands up a little bit, maybe put them on the arms of the chair. Bring your arms on the arms of the chair. Pull the shoulder back. Try it again. Backwards. Again, back. To give it more range of motion, right? The other shoulder forward and back. Forward and back. Can you feel that? Kind of a different feeling, isn't it? Forward. Now, you know what I think we'll do? We'll do some shoulder rolls because that encompasses all of those movements. So we're going to go forward, up, back, and down. How's that? Forward. I haven't done these for a long time. Up, back, and down. Try it again. Forward, up. If you can, as long as you're not having shoulder problems or haven't had recent surgery, up, back. So again, they're called shoulder rolls. And in dancing talk, they're done more like this, just continuously. And that's where you get that look, that loose upper body, right? How about your midriff? This one's tough. And again, this is part of dancing, the jazz scene and so forth. Arms out. I'm going to turn a little bit here and just try to reach with the rib cage and not your whole body. It's difficult, as I said. I haven't done this for a while. Just reach with the rib cage. That's tough, isn't it? Wow, we're going to be in great shape, though. Yeah. And over just the rib cage. Yeah. Different? Isn't that different? Yeah. All right, try this with me. Just come forward, drop forward again like we did before, keeping the head up. We're not grabbing the ankles unless you want to. These are the spinal exercises that we do, the spinal stretching. Lift those arms up. So that's flexion. This is extension. We're extending up and up, flattening out that upper back. Beautiful. Now what about rotation? Let's do a little twist here. Oh yeah, this is good. And then to the other side. Let's bring that hand down and pull yourself around. You'll be able to get a better stretch. Holding on. Good. And then switch and pull yourself around. I like this one. I think it feels good because we need to stretch all the muscles. There's a lot of them. There's over 600, remember? All right. But there's another movement that the spine can do. And this is how we're going to do it. Just reach up, up, up. Take this free hand and cross it over and reach up and reach up. We've done it many times, but we're just adding that today to our repertoire. Reaching, 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 and switch. Switching is easy. Yeah. Up, up, up. Way up and over. Oh boy, you are going to be so stretched out. You probably will be taller when you finish this class today. So try to remember your posture if you can. Isn't that great? Don't you like it? Let's stretch the hip. Oh boy, the hip. How can we do that? Let's do the yoga pigeon. It's kind of half of a pigeon actually, because we're not getting down on the floor. Just bring that leg up if you can. If not, you can cross down here too. Bringing it up Right away, my posture goes. I want to pull myself up nice and straight. Good. Try to get the leg as straight across as you can. Very gently push down. And you're not used to this, so it should be gentle. Don't overdo it. And then reach under and pull yourself up nice and tall. Now this is very good posture right here. Perfect posture. Great. And now come forward just a little bit with a straight back. You kind of have to keep your back straight on this one. Okay, let's try the other side. Now this side is a little bit stiffer. My hip is a little stiffer on this side. And very gently push down, even if it's 1/8 of an inch, just to stretch that hip a little bit. It's a ball and socket joint, isn't it? Pushing down, good. Now reach under, and so you've got one hand under the leg, one on top, and I'm holding onto the ankle here, and then pull yourself up nice and straight. Oh, this is great. You're going to feel it because you're not used to this. Do the best you can, or cross at the ankle and try it. It might be a little bit easier. Let's take a yoga breath here, up through the nose. Hold that breath and then exhale. Exhale down. Let your head drop down naturally. Good. Oh boy, does that feel terrific today. And then we'll bring the head back up again. Now, I wanted to do the yoga cat. I wanted to do it right away, but I forgot. So we're going to do it now. The yoga cat is excellent. Excellent for stretching, excellent for posture. To have good posture, you need to stretch. You really do. Stretching is so basic. So what am I doing now? I'm holding onto my knees, not too tightly, just put the hands here. Pull yourself up. So you're using your own body to stretch. Shoulders come down, remember that? And then pull the chin in. So you're almost like arching the back a little bit. You know, don't overdo it. If it's really uncomfortable, just put the hands here and sit as straight as you can without arching. But if you can arch it a little, that's fine. And then we do the opposite, don't we? We drop the chin down, lift the shoulders up, round the back. It's not great for posture, but it's a great spinal stretch. Oh, and pull the abdomen in a little bit. Let's get something for the middle here too. So you're going to breathe up through the nose as you lift your head, pull your shoulders down, straighten that back, and look up at the ceiling. I'm kind of pushing against my knees here. Say hello to the ceiling. Good. Now, while you're up there, why don't you push your lower jaw forward and feel all of this stuff stretching out. Isn't that nice? Of course, I suppose we'd have to do about 10,000 to really see any difference, but you're still getting a great stretch, and we need to stretch almost everything. And now we're going to look straight ahead, and we're going to turn to one side, and then turn to the other side. Good. And then come back to center. That means just looking straight ahead. We'll do the ear drop to the side, and then to the other side. Now stay here and then drop down, just for change of pace here, like we did in the last show. And then drop down. Some things you're going to do all the time, but I try to do something a little different with each show. And then just collapse. But we don't want to stay like this all the time, right? Right. I think today we're going to end with that Grecian stretch again because it's so important, and it actually looks beautiful. When I look and see a whole room full of people doing that, it looks really nice. So I'm going to come forward in the chair, a little bit of a turn, not a turn, just coming a little bit over so that your knees are at an angle. And you do have to sit kind of at the end of the chair. The leg goes back. You're going to reach down and lift it. Lift that leg. If you can pull it back, fine. If not, just lift it. Or if you can't lift it at all, put that toe down and push your heel back. So you'll be getting a little bit of a stretch there. But I'm going to reach down and lift and pull back. Good. And reach forward. So you're pulling the upper body out of the lower body. Lower body goes back, upper body goes forward. It's a wonderful all over body stretch. So relax that foot just for a little bit, a couple of seconds. Bring it back up. Now the arm in front, let's bring it all the way up this time and very gently push back. This is a wonderful all over stretch, and it's good for your range of motion. It's good for the joints. Wow. And we'll come down slowly. Now we have to do the other side. So I'm going to turn this way at an angle, and you might be able to see better. Just bring that leg in back here, reach down, lift up, pull back, front arm is forward. So you're pulling back and reaching out at the same time. Good. Pull it back, hold that, hold it, lift that arm up and back if you can. Oh yeah. Wonderful. Bring it down slowly, and don't just drop your leg down. You can guide it down. Wonderful. I'm going to sit back now. We're getting to the end, so we're going to do a couple of maybe easy things. And we're going to lift the feet up, lift your legs up, and flex and point. This is for the feet, as you know. We've done this many times. If you want to do it with your back away from the back of the chair, you'll be tightening all of this area. And that's important to some of us, isn't it? Good. Put one foot down and circle. And then the other way. Good. 6, 7, and 8. The other side, you're going to circle that foot 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Let's stretch the lower back. We did a little bit of that, but I'd like you to slide forward a little bit, lifting the leg up. Now, if you can hold the knee, if your knee is in pretty good shape, if not, you can hold under, but I want you to bring that knee up and closer to your chest if you can. And this can be done in bed. It's easier to do that way, and some folks can do 2 legs at the same time. So pull it in and then drop that chin right down. So we are stretching just about everything today, aren't we? Pulling it in, drop the chin down. Yeah. Wonderful. Put that leg down, straighten it out, and just bounce it. 1 and 2 and 3. You're going to feel this now. This is more of a strengthener than a stretcher, but we did the stretch first. All right, let's do the other side. Lifting up, pulling that knee to your chest, sitting up straight if you can. Good. Pull, pull, pull. Drop your chin down. Oh, that does feel good, doesn't it? And then bring your head back up again and pull that in. And if you tried this 2 or 3 times, you'd be able to get it a little bit closer. But if you tried everything I've given you, you'd be exercising all the time, wouldn't you? I mean, all the different subjects and the principles of fitness. There are many, and there's so many fitness components. There are 6 of them, and I just try to, just add or subtract to some of them and just make it a little bit different each time we do it. Now for the hands, just clasp your hands together, turn them over, sitting up straight, and breathe out as you push out. Try to straighten those arms. Now for some people with arthritis in their hands and their elbows and their shoulders, this is very difficult. Do the best you can. Some people can maybe only do this much, but if you practice and you try it more than once, eventually they will be able to straighten a little bit more without too much pain. What is too much pain? Well, that's very individual. Talk to your doctor about that. You can still work through the, I'll say, discomfort of arthritis, because if you stop exercising, you're going to get stiffer and stiffer, and you're going to have more pain. Again, talk to your doctor. Bring those arms up, very gently push back. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And I think today we will end with just a simple meditation. We're just going to take a couple of yoga breaths and just try to relax. And I want you to release those muscles now and just let go. And the breath will help you to relax. So let's take a breath up through the nose, expanding the abdomen. Remember that, as if you're filling it with air. So you have to push it out yourself. We're not used to breathing this way. When you exhale through your mouth, you just relax it a little bit, maybe tighten it just a little. Okay, wonderful. Let's try another breath together, all the way up through the nose, holding. Exhale through the mouth, and let your chin come down slowly. Great. And then just bring your head up naturally. And for the next minute, we're going to do nothing. How's that? Just try to relax. Slide forward again. Put one foot out if you want. Bend the other knee there, and just let the chin drop down. And I'd like you to think about the fact that you've really done something good for yourself today. You have. And I want you to keep doing it. If you want to feel better and have more energy, burn calories, you need to move. There's no two ways about it. You have to do it. And it can be pleasant with the right people. Find someone to exercise with. And tune in to my next show. And thank you for coming. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. So keep that in mind. And bye for now. See you next time.